Hey guys, RowanX17 here, coming at you with a new ghostrick deck profile. After seeing the amazing amount of feedback I got from my last one, I decided I'd do just one more, now that ghostricks have run their full course, support-wise. And it'd be a nice way to see how I played them from the beginning and how I played them at the end. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. To start it off, I'm running 2 Ghostrick Spectre, 2 Ghostrick Lantern, and 2 Ghostrick Mary for my ones. Now, I was running 3 Spectre, but because of all the new stuff I had to put in, I had to cut it out, just because, and it's not horribly necessary. Some people might be running 3 Marys. I don't know, I feel like between all my other deck grabbing stuff, I really don't need it, and Lantern is Lantern. For my 2s, I got 2 Ghostrick Witch and 1 Ghostrick Doll. Doll's pretty good for getting off your night plays and just giving you stuff in general. And Ghostrick Witch is, well, it flips stuff down. I cut the 1 Witch because I needed space. Simple as that. For my 3s, I got 2 Jiangshi and 3 Stein. I cut a Jiangshi because between Mary and Doll, I really had all the, well, special summoning and adding I needed. And I have the 3 Stein because, I don't know, I just really need to get to my mansions and my knights really fast. So it helps me with that. I mean, it all works out pretty good. For my monster text, I got 2 Crane. Had to cut out a Crane for preset reasons, but still works just as good as it ever did. Next, I got 1 Swarm of Locusts and 1 Swarm of Scarabs. I'm trying this out because it'll help me remove stuff, and it runs off the same flipping mechanic the Ghostrick monsters do, so it'll synergize with them pretty well. So far, it's working out pretty good. I like it. It's not causing any problems, so I don't know if I'll run more copies, but it's fine how it is for now. And next, I got 1 Magician of Faith just to grab back spells, and it's a flip. So yeah, it's also a level 1. One thing I've been trying out after hearing about it for a while is 1, the Dark Creator. I see this played in multiple copies, but I only had the 1, so I'm just gotta make do with what I got. So anyway, what this guy does is, if you have 5 or more darks in your grave, you can special summon this. While you control the monsters, of course. Then, once per turn, you can banish a dark out of your grave to special summon 1. So by putting this on the field, not only do you got a monster to beat over stuff that you couldn't get with your Ghostricks in case you don't have your stuff set up correctly, but you can also start making into big Xyz plays and stuff. I don't know, I'm trying it out. I don't know if I'll keep it. It's working alright, though. For my spells, I got 3 Ghostrick Mansion. Ghostrick Mansion has stood the test of time for the best Ghostrick spell, field spell. The others just didn't really seem as good. I mean, I really didn't like Museum. I almost played Parade, but it just really wasn't as good as Mansion, and I didn't have the space. Yeah. Mansion is pretty much gonna it's one of the big cards you need. Having this on the field will protect your Ghostricks and allow you to get over the big monsters since your Ghostricks are wimps. So, yeah. 2 Swords of Concealing Light. This will help you get your opponent's monsters face down in case you want to attack over them or you want to go for your night plays. Only playing 2 now because space. So, yeah. Next, I got 2 Pot of Duality. I like 2 pots in this. I think 3 is a bit too much. But 2 lets me cycle out what I need, and I don't really special summon super often, so it's not really a problem. Next, 1 Allure of Darkness, Dark Staple, 1 Book of Moon, another Dark Staple, especially in Ghostricks. 1 MST. This might be a bit... probably one of the more controversial choices. I really didn't have the space to run more MSTs. In between Magician of Faith to grab it again and Swarm of Locusts, it wasn't horribly necessary. Also, I have Vanish to act as a lance, so, yeah. And finish it off, 1 Reoccurring Nightmare. This allows me to add 2 dark monsters with 0 defense, which in this deck will target a Lantern, a Spectre, or a Stein. So, it's pretty good. For my traps, I got 3 Ghostrick Scare, probably the best, just generic trap for the Ghostricks. Basically, it just saves them in battle, and can, activate them, what's it called? Oh my god, I completely forgot. Yeah, Jiangshi. This can get your Jiangshi off early. I don't think that's really all that great, but whatever. So yeah, it protects your stuff. And get your opponent's stuff face down. Bleh. Next I got 2 ghostrick Vanish, because it's basically a lance, as long as you have a ghostrick in your hand. So yeah. Then probably one of my probably my favorite new release card, ghostrick Knight. Ghostrick Knight, like, added a whole new dimension to ghostricks, because now, if you can get your opponent's monsters face down, you can activate this and just attack over them endlessly. Like, if you have opponent has a full field of monsters, you can swords or use doll, and they'll all go face down, and then you can just use Knight for game. It's pretty good. I really want to run 2, but I'm just not sure what to take out. And to finish it off, my favorite little tech, 2 Spirit Barrier. This, in conjunction with Mansion, pretty much protects me until they grab an MST to destroy it. Buys me a lot of time, and in case they... And while they can't do it, I can just sit and attack. It's really great. I love it. Also, I hear people... For my last video, I saw people complaining about, like... Not complaining, but just telling me that they didn't like using Spirit Barrier because it interfered with Mary and the other level ones. Which I understand, but I don't really find it that big of a problem because it doesn't go off a whole lot anyway. And when it does, you're not going to be in a situation where you need to because you can just sit there and build up resources. So, yeah. Anyway, so on to the extra deck. I got one Mirror the Star Barrier. It's kind of there. I don't really use the extra deck, so it's just a lot of filler stuff. It's not bad, but I'm not going to use it very often. Next, 2 Duality. Really like this card, especially since it's generic. Basically, put on the field with a bunch of other ghostricks, and you can get over practically anything. 2 Slacker Magician, the defensive one. Put on the field, and your opponent will have a really tough time getting over it because it can prevent its destruction by battle once per turn. And it can not be targeted by card effects via its Exceeds material detaching effect. Bleh. Anyway, one number 39 Utopia Roots, because against Exceeds it can go super huge, and I like that. 1 Lionheart, because this guy can practically win a game on its own if you're playing it smart. For my 2s, I got 1 Gachi, because it pumps up my stuff if I need it, I guess. 1 So Cute Boss, because, well, it can lock on my opponent's stuff and destroys things. I might play more, I don't know. Next, probably the most important card of the deck, besides Duality, 2 Ghostrick Alucard. Alucard, basically, it gets back your ghostrick stuff. I guess Duality does that, but when it dies, and it can pop stuff, it just pops sets, all the stuff you flip. If you have a monster you can't get over, you can flip it down with Witch or whatever, and pop it. Now, you can have it's probably might be better to leave the monsters, since you can just use Knight, but it's still really good either way. Next, I got 1 Zen Mains, because why not? 1 Equip Engineer, because it's kind of like Zen Mains, only different. 1 Giga Brilliant, for the same reason as Gachi. And 1 Fortune Tune to stall and get back resources. So yeah, that's my Ghostrick deck profile. If you guys liked it, then leave a like, I guess. If there's something something I forgot about or something I should change, tell me in the comment section. You know, subscribe and, you know, all that good stuff. Anyway, this is Rowan X17 signing out.